Yeah, we're pretty much, let's see. I'm not cutting all the music maybe, but the thing is, yeah, with Dave Defeats Source, but as I already mentioned, it did get the, like, it was released in 2005, so it barely did get the high dynamic range rendering and stuff like that, but, let's see what it reads here. Yeah, Dave Defeats Source has been used by Valve to present new design features on the Source engine, such as high dynamic range rendering and cinematic effects. Yeah, this actually includes maybe the film grain and stuff like that. I mean, the thing is, I cannot remember all of it, but oh shit, of course, the freaking game capture, oh, not game capture, but display capture does not work. Now it does. Yeah, the thing is with those, I mean, the cinematic effects especially were quite the thing for like the World War II shooter at the time, especially when the let's see, yeah, the game itself revolves around two teams in the U.S. Army, fighting a variety of scenarios inspired by the World War II engagements in the European theater of 1944. Upon release, the game received a generally favorable reception, praised for its atmospheric and strategic gameplay and its graphics, audio work, and overall presentation. Oh, I just muted myself by accident. Yeah, there we go. However, the game was criticized for the lack of content in it at the time of release, although subsequent updates to the game have added new game modes and levels. Indeed, they have. The gameplay does include like some objective things as well, but like most what you're doing is capturing points, like you already did in Div Defeat, the first one. But yeah, Dave Defeat Source is set in World War II, specifically the European theater in 1944. Players join the forces of either the United States Army or the German Wehrmacht and compete against each other in a variety of game modes. Players select from one of 6 classics to play as, each with its own role within the team. Player characters cannot afford to take much damage, as in some circumstances they may be killed by a single bullet, forcing players to make use of cover to stay alive. That's what already was taught, basically, in the first day of defeat. When a player character dies, the players say, yeah, your basic stuff for like a World War II shooter. Let's see. All weapons in the game have realistic limits to their use. Machine guns must be deployed to maintain accurate fire or to be reloaded. Rocket launchers must be shouldered to be aimed and fired. Sniper rifles are most accurate when used with the scope, and grenades not cocked off before release may easily be avoided or even thrown back by the opposition. Exactly. The game was initially released with 4 maps, although later updates have introduced 5 new levels and 8 community-produced maps supported by Valve. The game's levels are based after real battles in the Allied campaigns in Italy, Sicily, and France, such as the Falai Pocket or the Peach landings of Operation Shingle at Anzio. Yeah, basically the map's name is just DOD Anzio, I guess. And certainly new maps were added. I even played those even more than in, like, I don't know, the maps in the first day of defeat, as well as the fictional battles. Combat can take place in several environments such as city streets, buildings, and sewers. Each online game can sustain a maximum of 32 players. That's a marvelous amount of players. I mean, I believe there are servers that actually do allow like 64 players. I mean, that was also a thing with Counter-Strike Source. Until maybe they just like unlocked the limit. I really can't tell, but yeah. Oh, it's infrared radiant again. Gotta switch that off. God damn it, you. There we go. Let's see. Dave Defeat Source, like other titles developed by Valve, tracks detailed statistics for individual players. They include the time spent playing as each class, accuracy and performance for each weapon used, flag captures, and various other details. Yes, other details. Dave Defeat Source features numerous achievements for carrying out certain tasks, such as scoring a certain number of kills with a particular weapon or completing a round within a certain time. Many of the achievements are class-specific, providing incentive for a player to improve his or her abilities with each class evenly. Achievements unlocked and statistics from previously played games are displayed on the player's Steam profile page. Yeah. I mean, this feature only was basically featured in like 2010 when all the Source games achievements, as well as maybe other publishers' games, or like third-party developers' games, were like added Steam achievements as well in 2010, I believe. But yeah, game modes. There are two main game modes in Day of Defeat Source: territorial control, basically the control points, and detonation. In territorial control, control maps, players must fight for control of all strategic points on the map. Yeah. Strategic points takes various forms such as destroy a tank, destroy. Yeah. Basically, Day of Defeat. But the objective in a detonation level is to plant and detonate explosive devices on a number of enemy positions, which can consist of anti-aircraft guns, tanks, and armored cars. Yeah. Some positions must be hit twice for them to be destroyed. This kind of feels like... I mean, I haven't played all of the Medal of Honor games, especially like the, Allied Assault and stuff like that, but I have played Allied Assault enough. Like, I haven't played Allied Assault through, but I have played it enough to know that, like, these detonation missions probably were inspired directly from Medal of Honor. Possibly even Call of Duty, since that's the one I haven't actually played. But I will get around that. Yeah, let's see. Players can protect their positions by defusing the explosives before they can detonate. In one variation of this game mode, one side has to defend their positions for a set amount of time, which, with the destruction of each piece of equipment, giving the enemy team a score. What the hell? More time, not a score. The defenders win if they can hold their positions long enough for the time to run out, while the attackers win when all the objectives have been destroyed. In the alternate version, both teams must attack the other's objectives while defending their own. The first team to destroy all the enemies, yeah. It does feel like a little bit like Medal of Honor, at least. I'm not too sure about Call of Duty, but this is damn fascinating. Classes, yeah. We already probably know most of these, but... oh yeah, the Walther P38. I believe that wasn't a pistol in the first Day of Defeat. I believe it was just a Luger instead of a Walther P38. The American M1911 is still the same, but yeah. The weapons and equipment carried by the classes are based on the weapons. Yeah, exactly. Some of the classes are armed with pistols. The American, 1911. While others are equipped with, trench knives or untrenching tools, I don't know, for melee combat. Grenades are carried by a number of classes depending on their role in the game. Riflemen are equipped with rifle grenades. The assault classes are armed with a single fragmentation grenade and a smoke grenade for providing concealment, while support classes have access to 2 standard fragmentation grenades. Yeah, about the rifle grenades at least. I'm not sure if that was already a thing. It might have been a thing in the first Day of Defeat, but here, I think both sides got it. I think only the Wehrmacht had. Or was it the American? Yeah, maybe the Americans only had the rifle grenade, but now even the Wehrmacht got their own freaking rifle grenades. Production. Day of Defeat Source was first known. Yeah. During the development of Half-Life 2. Yeah, exactly. This was partly mentioned already in the E3 2004 multiplayer package of Source. Counter-Strike Source was showcased there, but Day of Defeat Source wasn't, and it only came out a year later, basically, a bit over a year later than just Counter-Strike Source. Yeah. In the aftermath of the release of Half-Life 2 and Counter-Strike Source, very little information was released regarding the development of Day of Defeat Source until 2005. In February 2005, Valve announced Day of Defeat Source, stating that the game was nearing its beta development phase and would be available later in the first quarter of the year. The game was opened to an internal beta test soon after, which certain members of the Day of Defeat community were invited to join in. The beta version of the game was shown as a straight conversion of the most recent, version of Day of Defeat, yeah. At the time, even included the same player and weapon models as the game's cold source counterparts. Due to the response of the beta testers, significant changes were made to the gameplay, taking it away from being a straight conversion. The behavior of weapons was altered, and several classes of Day of Defeat were dropped entirely. Yeah, that's why it only has less classes than just the first Day of Defeat, but I guess that just makes it a fair enough game at least. But yeah, it wasn't a straight conversion anymore. Yeah, most recent version of Day of Defeat. Yeah, exactly. Because Valve did plan actually like to release all the Gold Source games they made on the Source engine even, but they only did that treatment with Half-Life, and Half-Life Source got released. But they also plan to do that with, well, Counter-Strike Source wasn't a straight release, but they did update that a bit. But Day of Defeat was supposed to be one of the straight conversions, and I guess, yeah, some of the players got access to it and thought that, this needs to be updated. Update the graphics, update everything, and so they did. They did so pretty much with the high dynamic range update to the Source, too. Well, let's see. Yeah, later media releases showed the revamped version of the game, including its new player and weapon models, as well as new additions to the game, such as rifle grenades and smoke grenades. On September 2nd, 2005, Valve announced that they were confident that the game would be released that month. Indeed it did. And 7 days later announced an official date of September 26th, 2005. The game was made available for preload via Valve's Steam Content Delivery System on September 14th, 2005. It was officially released on time on September 26th. One of the quite a few games in Valve actually didn't delay, I guess. I mean, the thing is, let's see. No, they kind of did delay it, did they? Yeah, because it first was supposed to be like a straight conversion. And so, like with the players or the community's feedback, they just like, let's take this off and just like release it later, make some new weapon models and player models, and even new kind of map overhauls and stuff like that. So yeah, release it all in September, at the end of September, that is. But yeah, I won't talk about the rest of the updates, I guess, but it has got the latest Source Engine version. But yeah. Along with various gameplay tweaks, the update moves the game to the Source Engine version used with the orange box, allowing the game to utilize particle effects as well as adding a map based on a long-standing custom map for Day of Defeat, and 54 achievement awards for players completing certain tasks. Yeah, technology. Oh yeah, they did add like many kind of cinematic effects, depth of field, color correction, and film grain. Yeah, used in the trailer too. Dynamic audio system. It's limited to non-playable character in Half-Life 2. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Because like, if you listen to the sound files actually of, let's see, it could be like any Source game Valve has made, or even the Source mods, many Source mods that has been made. It's all stereo, but I think on the left side, the actual weapon side up close is heard, and on the right side it's just like heard from afar. Yeah, that's how it's made. It's very peculiar. But here, I don't know why it's just like, let's see, introduce dynamic audio to non-player. It wasn't limited to only non-playable characters. It also was like you could use them as well. Your weapons did it. What the hell? Process it and then fed back to the player. Sounds far from the player back home. Yeah, higher frequencies and thus sound more like they're actually, like they naturally would. Yeah, that was a marvelous change actually in the whole history of Source too. But I don't mean Source 2, but like Source as well. That's what I mean. The game was the first to incorporate Valve's high dynamic range rendering, predated the official demonstration Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. Yeah. Oh, that's true, by the way, yeah. I did forget that. They were both released in 2005, but Day of Defeat Source was actually first. But that was still kind of a change, since it's let's see, it's a multiplayer game. And if you're coming out of maybe a dark building, coming out of the building to a battlefield, which is like full of light, full of sunlight, basically. It's so bright it blinds you for a while, and you cannot even see the enemies for a while. That's not only a problem in Day of Defeat. Not only was it a problem at the time when it was released, but it also was a problem for the players who just mistakenly used it on other Source games as well, if they played it on multiplayer, that is. For example, Counter-Strike Source. It later did get the engine update as well, so you could also use high dynamic range in CS Source. But let's see. motion blur, depth of field, film grain, and color correction. I did have motion blur as well in Half-Life 2 already, but yeah. I don't know about depth of field. Maybe I did have it, but yeah. Film grain and color correction. I also used those. Fog shading, yep, we've already read about that. Yep, Valve has produced 3 machinima trailers depicting the game in play. Basically used Source Filmmaker to do them. Which I'm talking about, yeah. I do like the trailers though. I'm not gonna like play them right now, but you do have to watch them. They are very, very goddamn peculiar to look at. But otherwise, we're gonna stop it there. Thank you very much. And let's see, Mount Garage mod. Day of Defeat. Where is it? It should be here. I truly haven't played this in a while, so let's see what this will be. And I do have to put the display capture off, and then let's see. There we go. To put Discord like minimized, and so I can see my chat bar. There we go. Day of Defeat source. So when it begins, I'm just gonna quickly alt tab and then game capture. Shut up. Alright, let's see. Half-Life 2.exe. That should show you for. We're inside a brief time here. Let's see. Yep. There we go. I do love this. Like, there's actually many variations of the main menu theme, but first thing I'm actually going to do is just put the game volume and music volume a little bit down, and also like put the let's see, maybe high dynamic range. I could show it. I mean, the thing is, we've already seen what it does, but in Day of Defeat, it's just marvelous. I even have anti-aliasing on such high settings. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, that's good. So I don't know if we're gonna find some servers first, or I mean, there's goddamn many players playing all the time, but let's see. Mirror's Marauders. I remember that server specifically with those stupid ass bots. Whenever they shot, they only found like what 8 rounds per second with any weapon basically. But whenever they shot, they just like had to move towards the freaking player to increase their chances, and they went in a beeline basically. So they were an easy target unless they had maybe an acceptable distance to you, but they never could actually hit you. But as far as the classes go, I might actually just create a server first, and then let's see. Let's go to Anzio. Yeah. I'm actually going to showcase the classes. Actually, I don't remember all the classes. I might have actually not played all of them. But there are fewer classes, especially on the Wehrmacht side. There are fewer classes than in the first Day of Defeat. Sorry about this. No, there we go. Chatbot's also clear. And we're on Azio, and as you can see already, it does have the film grain, but it's only at the beginning. And I don't know what my resolution is, but my sensitivity is off the charts. Yeah, 4.4, Jesus. Put the mouse filter off too, Jesus. Alright, let's put it to 1.5. What have I played with recently? Jesus. Well, not recently, that's for sure, but yeah, in any case, can I choose a... Oh, there we go. Let's go to U.S. Army first. There's only 6 classes, the first one being the rifleman with the M1 Garand and the rifle launcher, rifle grenade, whichever you prefer. But Anzio being kind of a, let's see, almost the same map as Normandy is, but can I move around?
Prepare for attack,
there we go.
men. We need this sector.
I couldn't agree more. But indeed, yeah, when you're pressing shift, it does kind of gradually decrease the sprinting meter, I believe. I mean, that's what I mean. But like when you're pressing shift, it does like consume your stamina a little bit. But you're better off like walking it or like running a little bit, and then just keeping a break here. Waiting for teammate. Oh yeah, don't have to wait for that. Basically, the rifleman does have the M1 Garand, but also the iron sights. The first Valve game, perhaps, to have iron sights. And it is pretty accurate, even when you're moving around. And where's the rifle grenade, actually? He does have the knife, and that's pretty much it. You don't even get a like a Colt or the M1911 besides the knife and the M1 grenade and the rifle launcher. Yeah, I know I can pick up grenades. Hiya! That was a very clever system back in the day, actually, because like in Half-Life 2, if you wanted to throw the grenade back into like to the combines, you just like it was like a physical prop floating in the air, basically like this. I mean, I cannot actually just like pick up stuff in Day of Defeat, but yeah, basically it would just like float in front of you. But here it's just like an actual model that you throw the grenade with. That's pretty cool. And I only get one grenade, seriously. Oh. At least the rifleman does get a whole lot of not bullets, but clips. And that's basically it. Anything else? I pressed delete, but it didn't kill myself. Thompson, oh yeah. Assault! And I believe this class does have the 1911, but Thompson with mini clips. And the thing with the rapid-fire weapons in Day of Defeat swords, it had the well, what is the same issue, but kind of the same fundamentals as the first Day of Defeat with the rapid-fire weapons. If you had a sensitivity like high enough, or just like I don't know, had a long disc like I have right here, you're gonna fire like pretty accurately. But if you're just not pulling the gun, it quickly goes up. It was realistic, but like it never just when you stop firing, it never pulls your gun back. For example, like in Counter-Strike, you have to pull the gun back yourself. And like in the first Day of Defeat, you let's see, you don't lose your clips, but you do have to be aware when you reload the last clips. They have the like the ammo shortage, like you just you kept the clips here. But when you reloaded the last clips, if I can actually show when I'm just firing the clips empty. I believe this next one does have one. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. What the hell? I thought it would have the same kind of thing. Maybe this one does. No. Balances the ammunition. No, I didn't know that. I thought it would just like add realism with the clips. Like it saves the amount of bullets per clip, but yeah, never mind. Your weapon is out of ammo, no shit. The Colt, pretty much the same as in Day of Defeat. Also grenades and, yeah, smoke grenades. I believe they weren't the new thing, but still. In the Source's smoke system, it's a little darker than Counter-Strike Source's smoke, for example, but let's see. Yeah, nothing else. You only get a Colt, you don't even get the knife. In the first Day of Defeat, you had a Colt, or in general, a pistol and a melee weapon, but like here, you only have either the pistol or the knife, or another melee weapon. But let's see. Support. Oh yeah. Medium range weapon. Oh yeah, I didn't even actually read these, but yeah, long range weapon for precise shot. This is a rifleman. High power and recoil, semi-automatic with high accuracy. Secondary firearms are for greater accuracy and zoom, and that's it pretty much for him. Assault, short range weapon for assault, low power and recoil, fully automatic. Automati with low accuracy. What the hell? Secondary fire, punch, yeah. Wait a minute, punch? Does that mean like with a pistol or the Thompson? Maybe it does. Wait a minute. I am still the oh yeah, that's true. that's your melee. God damn sons of bitches, get out of my way. I'm gonna capture this point without my teammate, for God's sake. Trying to wait for him, he's not here. Oh. I didn't remember that. Oh well, support now. And a red long-range weapon for precise shots, high power and recoil, semi-automatic with higher accuracy, secondary fire, iron sight for greater accuracy and zoom. Yeah, indeed. I mean, it's not completely iron sight, but like, it's just like a... I'm just gonna bring this weapon closer, because it's a bar, but still, it's a little heavy for this guy, I presume. But it's only semi-automatic and more accurate for sure. I like to headshot people with this mode only. But again, if you have a high enough sensitivity, you can fire pretty accurately even when crouching. And just like pull your mouse down all the time. Let's see, that was accurate enough. You have a pistol? No, you have the knife. Did the knife actually have... No, it didn't have like a secondary fire. Neither did the grenade. I would have loved it if the grenade actually had like a toss. But it doesn't. I mean, you just like click on the grenade and it's just... boom. There we go. So that is the support. Sniper, long range weapon for precise shots. No shit. High power, accurate when zoomed in. What the hell? Inaccurate when not, yeah. Scope zoom. Basically what it says. You're a sniper. With a Springfield scoped version here. Yep, indeed you are. I do love the sound of the sniper. This is basically the same as in the first Day of Defeat, but I just love that. That sound. Oh no, I believe this isn't actually the first, yeah. But the first Day of Defeat sounds... I believe it was on a server that I played it that actually changed the sounds of the Springfield. But that Springfield sounds magnificent when you fire it. Here though, it does sound powerful as well, but not as satisfying as the first one. And unlike maybe a, what is it, the Car 98 or something like that. I mean, it has a scope after all. You just have to load the bullets one by one. But I believe the reload animation, let me see that actually. When I fire like 3 bullets. And then reload. It's loads 5, so it's a whole reloading animation, I see. Well, your basic flaws. Yeah, but that's basically it. Oh, the sniper does have the pistol and the melee, because that's basically it. But he does not have like a fist or anything like that with the Colt. That would have been cool. Kind of small FOV, I don't know about this. Well, you can't have an FOV setting, can you? Can I open the console? Pressing the button right next to 1. Let's see. Full screen map now. It doesn't matter. Maybe this is the highest FOV you can actually get, but yeah. That's a sniper. Machine gunner. Oh yes, machine gunner. Naturally, if you're just firing the machine gun without deploying it, you'll be have the same treatment as in the first Day of Defeat. Your recoil goes to hell. Basically like that. As well as your stamina going to hell. But if you can fire a... Oh, what's up, White Light? If you can fire a very accurate headshot with it, you'll be very well rewarded for actually not deploying it. But basically you're prone down. That's your basic machine gun there. Still the... I believe this is the same kind of M30 cal. I mean, not M30, but yeah, 30 cal as the first Day of Defeats. Even with the same fire rate. An ammo count. But then there's the pistol and the melee. The kind of specialized class have both the pistol and the melee, it seems. But yeah, that's all the machine gunner gets. Wait a minute. What if I deploy it here and switch the weapon and crouch off? Oh, I see. So every time I switch to the what is this? I'm crouching and moving like this. I don't know how I'm doing that. Oh well. There we go. So every time I deploy the machine gun, I have to pull it out. Yeah, just some cover right here. Oh well. Let's see. Bazooka. Let's see. I didn't even read him. Yeah, long-range weapon for defense. High power, accurate when deployed. Uncontrollable, 1 knot. Medium over. What the hell? Why am I reading 2 lines at the same time? Medium automatic fire means no overheating. Yeah. And that's basically the opposite for the Wehrmacht MG42, but I'm gonna get to that in just a moment. Second fire deployed bipod on any level of service. But yeah, the rocket launcher guy, he has an M1 carbine. M1 carbine. And he does have the bazooka, and you basically cannot fire the bazooka without deploying it with mouse 2 first. Basically like the bazooka man in Day of Defeat 1, but this time he does have the M1 carbine. Basically with the same power as the first game. And less clips though. It's a very powerful rifle, I'd say. It's much better than the pistol, and just like if you load it up with in Eclipse. Not the weapon, but the class. Now, that's basically it for the classes in the U.S. Army, but now the Wehrmacht. Rifleman. Let's see, what did it say? Long-range weapon for precise shots, high power bolt action with higher accuracy, secondary fire iron sight for greater accuracy and zoom. And that's basically it. He also does get the rifle grenade and the spade.
Auf geht's, Männer! Zeit? Keine! Also, Marsch, Marsch!
Los, los! But it also does have the iron sights. This time, though, I don't know. Like in general, the iron sights are kind of bad since you're just moving slower, and it just like covers the whole screen whenever you're just like iron sighting. That's what I also don't like iron sighting in World War II shooters. But it just makes it more realistic. I do understand that. Some of the games, though, want to be as realistic as this. Because you don't even need the iron sights, basically. You could just like fire like this. It's as accurate. Yeah, seriously. But then there's the spade and then the rifle grenade, which is a little bit different. It fires a smaller grenade. Oh shit. With the same timer, though. Yep. MP40. Long-range weapon for precise shots. Wait, no, it's not. Yeah, short-range weapon for assault. Yeah, that's what it is. Low power recoil for yeah, secondary fire punch. Yeah, even the MP40 guy has a punch. Get out of here, you greaseball bastard! I mean, get out of here, you greaseball bastard! I'm going to punch you with my MP40 Faust. Ich bin die Panzerfaust. Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't even know if it's D, das, or der. I'm very bad in German. But I believe the MP40 and Thompson are exactly the same. Like, I maybe find it a little bit different as the MP40's recoil, but only by a little bit. Maybe it's exactly the same. I really cannot tell. But that's basically the same as in, like, let's see, Wolfenstein Enemy Territory, for instance. The first updates, even like throughout the whole game, the MP40 and the Thompson were exactly the same. By accuracy, by recoil, by damage, by everything, fire rate even. But the Thompson just felt like more powerful thanks to the sound. And the sound can make sure like one hell of a powerful encounter. But here though, the Thompson, I don't know, it just sounds like the Super Nailgun, I guess, from Deathmatch Classic. Here though, the MP40 does have the kind of striking sound into it. P38 has maybe 8 rounds in it. Yes, it does. Then there's a couple grenades. Same looking grenades, though. I don't know, like the smoke grenades probably were the same kind of like size even and everything. But here's the actual grenade. It's smoking. Let the smoking trail at least. Stellungsweise. Oh, I do love the the commands every single time. I hear they're much better actually. Oh no, not in boys. Let's see.
Die Waffe weg!
Die Waffe weg!
Feind MG voraus! Feind hinter uns! Wir haben ihn! Weiter geht's! MG zu mir! Keine Moon mehr! Bazooka!
Oh, I remember the bazooka at least. Just spamming that all the time. Let's see.
Bazooka! Bazooka! Bazooka!
Why? I don't know why I got such laughs out of that, but like seriously, every time. I was only like 14 or 15, but like still.
Bazooka!
They had a bazooka, so I just like.
Bazooka! Bazooka!
Never mind.
Panzerschreck zu mir! Nimm die Panzerschreck her!
Roger that. But in any case, let's see. Oh, STG, yeah, of course. Support. Yeah, they just have their respective weapons, like even heavier rifles and stuff like that. The STG also feels almost like the bar. I really cannot remember if this one actually had the iron sight. Yes, it does. I would say it's exactly the same here too. doesn't have a pistol, he only has the melee, then the grenade. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, I never realized like how the support class is actually a support. Maybe like with the fire support, I guess he has a lot of clips on the STG or the bar, but that's about it. And let's see. Otherwise, that's it. Yeah, medium range weapon for semi-automatic fire program. Yeah. The Carnati and sniper, possibly exactly the same as the Springfield, and he does have the same weapons, apart from the pistol, by the way, which has 8 bullets instead of 9 right now. It's 9mm Parabellum and not 45 ACP. But here, I would say it's almost exactly the same. The thing is, when you fire without the scope, it's pretty much as accurate as the AWP in Counter-Strike, but here it reloads faster, actually, which is fascinating. And even though I just fire 2 shots, yeah, it's the same reload animation. It's funny. Even though I like still have 3 shots in the chamber, and now I can only fit 5. I'm just gonna put 5 more. Yeah, never mind. They all fit in there. I don't know if my weapon will jam or anything, but yeah, they just go there. It's fine. Even if I fire 1 shot, he loads in 4 more than what he actually needed to. Oh well. Then he has the spade. Great. That's pretty much it. MG42. The faster machine gun. This is what I love about the whole game. And this is sometimes why people actually join the Wehrmacht instead in the game. Because of the freaking sheer power it has. But this was actually, like, the Wehrmacht actually had 2 machine guns. The MG34 and the MG42. I believe the MG42 didn't even have the overheating meter, but now it does. Since it's firing so fast, it even starts to smoke. And yeah. Darn thing! The machine gun is overheated. Stop it firing to let it cool. No shit. Reloading also might have been difficult, but yeah. It's one of the reasons you actually want to tap into their heads with the ammunition, and that's why the MG42 might more be like an ammunition hog than just a I don't know, conventional weapon. There's the P38 and the spade. That's pretty much it. And also, like, this is even more to the point why you shouldn't actually fire the heavy goddamn machine guns here with your hands and not deploy them at all. With a high enough sensitivity, even. I mean, my disc is not enough for this, but you can't make it accurate. Ah! Perkele. How'd I do? Not well. If I moved around and shot like that, would have done even poorer. Oh. Deploy my machine gun and reload. Oh, god damn it. You gotta be shitting me. Well, that's fine. That's pretty much about it. Oh, no, actually it isn't. With the Panzer Shrek. And did the map end there? Yes, it did. God damn it. I only pressed escape and the map ended there. Panzer Shrek. Beta. That's the next map. I don't know what map this is, actually. Or at least can I remember. It is... Where did I see the map? How's Fabulous? How I don't know. Basically, the Panzer Shrek is just the same as the bazooka. Even with the same sound, so yeah, there's that. Oh, but he does have the Mauser, the automatic Mauser with a stock. That's what I forgot to tell. Also didn't remember this. Very low recoil. I like to use the class just for this. It's like headshot people with the automatic Mauser. That's basically it. Get your beer bottles out of here. You too. Blow those goddamn cans up with this. How do you like your ribs? Oh, come on. Oh, well. That's gonna be it. Oh, well. The thing is, yeah, Mirrors Marauders was the server I sometimes was, but like, yeah, it's Avalanche. Some maps, I cannot remember if it was Avalanche or just like some other map. It might have been Donner as well. There's one Donner. I want to see all the Maros Marauders maps. Does it have a full rotation and strand? I'm probably gonna go to the full rotation one. Strand or Strand. Sorry, that's a German word, perhaps. We're at the beach. And I don't know if this is actually like inside the game itself, even though I'm just like loading it, but it could be like a community-made map, which is not a surprise. And I am at the Wehrmacht. It's peculiar. It's the Normandy, which is a primary. Oh, this is almost like gun game. Well, perhaps the let's see. I'm not sure. SCG could be good for the accuracy at least. Secondary weapon. I believe the mouse was seen at a 6. Here's the automatic weapon, but oh, US frag grenades maybe. Yeah, I only get 2 clips or 3 clips in total with it, but yeah, that's bad. Let's see, where do I gotta go? And these are all bots who just, whenever they see a player, or even another, like, enemy bot, they basically just, like, start going in a beeline, and then just fire at them. At least that's what I remember they were doing, but I don't know if they were updated, or if these are actually just, like, different bots. It could be the case. It's been a real while. I don't know if these bots actually comply to like any any command lines here. Let's see. Granate liegt. Kelter is killing everybody. Oh, I am exposed. Back to the trench. Fire in the hole. Oh, come on. Kelser's just eating everybody. Look at that. That's another NG fire right there. Kelser's dominating Rambo. You having fun yet, man? Well, he stopped for a while. I don't know if he actually just like stopped seeing enemies or stuff like that. It could be a bot, but like I've never seen bots like that even deploy a machine gun. It's very fascinating. I got one. We probably got hurt by the other guy. I really cannot even go here. It's like blocked. This is basically their whole base, but I can still shoot him from here. Why is this on the rotation? That didn't help. There we go. Ha ha ha. And the thing is, there are some players who are actually just like, I mean, servers which are, let's see, yeah, almost full, if not already even full, but let's see. Le village go low, I don't know. Hello there. I was exposed for a while and didn't even kill me. I believe the player I joined, oh, there's actually 2 players I joined here. Yeah. They're not on the enemy team, and I can barely tell why. Yeah, look at that bot. Exactly. I do remember that so well. They're just like going on a beeline and try to shoot at the enemy, and they shot right above him if they were far enough. But if they were close enough, they finally got a shot on your head. It's bullshit. Nah, I don't want to be that class. Let's see. Maybe Snibre if I can actually. Guns. Shit, it doesn't work. Well. God damn it, how does the gun menu work? And they probably cannot even speak English. Got him. Gun menu. Let's see. No, doesn't work. I'll probably just leave the server before long. They're just like having fun with the bots. Let's see. Terrible server. Moscow, Lublino. Well, I can barely tell it's terrible if it's on Moscow. It's right next to me, though. It has a low enough ping, but yeah, I don't know. How about the Avalanche server, then? Let's see. At least with some, like, some players there, at least. Yeah, 9 players, even. The rest of them are bots, but that just makes it even, like, 20. Oh, the Wehrmacht are barely, like, on the victory with the maps, but... oh, not the maps, but the points. But I'm still gonna join the US. Probably have the remaining bots there. Rifleman. Now, I do have to remember that I don't have, like, a pistol. Well, actually, I do. Yeah, on this server I do. I don't know. I'm a knife. US frag grenades. How about the smoke grenades, by the way? If they don't actually get cooked when you just like holding them in your hand. But the real grenades, I believe, do. Yeah, that was one of the bots. What was that? Killer's name. Like it does. I don't know if this was like added in post release, but the game does have like the same system with the domination cameras and everything like that as Team Fortress 2, and I believe when Team Fortress 2 got released, DFTV got the same treatment as well. And let's see. Yeah, like not only like the domination thing is, but also like the kill cams. That's what I mean. And I believe that was also later added in Counter-Strike Source. I don't know if it also was like previously, but yeah. Very cool, cool thing with that. What are you doing, man? Oh, that's a grenade. Wow! Yeah, I know I would be hurt too if I had a stick grenade up my ass. Which I did, by the way. A different kind of stick grenade. Alright. Eat this, pencil dick. Or this. I really don't want to use the iron sight. It's just... It's really bad. I'm as accurate with the freaking... Like, well, non-iron sight, I guess. Hip fire. When I'm just standing still. And if I just run like this, like with shift, that's just, yeah, run. Cannot even shoot with a weapon. That's a bot. A clear bot right there. Well, some of these are players, yeah. Quite a good amount of players in the US team. Still only 4 or 5 on the Wehrmacht. Second axis. That was bad though. Why do you throw like a wuss? Gordon Freeman throws better grenades than you, man. Was he a bot? No, it wasn't. Yeah, I knew it. God damn it. How many do we have in the US team? Probably like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Just kind of because we had like... Why did I do that? We have like 20 players and 10 on each team, and now... No, it's just 21 players. Oh no, it's 19 players actually. 1 left from the bear mods. Oh no, they're gonna capture in a moment. Oh no, there's our last point. I already have played on Avalanche in Death Defeat 1. Oh, look at that. Rambo, good job. Well, I guess the bots are kind of updated since last time I played here. They actually did make a beeline straight at you and missed all of their shots. But here, maybe not. Ah! Gonna go first, man. He's not a bot. Where is he? Oh, maybe he is. I don't know. Garapino. Garapino, yeah, he is not a bot. Cover! I don't know why I did that. I just did that. Killed Wrecked Johnson at least. More like Wrecked Johnson right now. Sorry about that. Oh! Yeah, look at him. Sometimes they just like fool around in place. Sometimes they make a beeline right at you. Sometimes they just stand still and land every single shot possible. Unlike that. Clang. It's a black screen. What the hell? That's a great kill cam right there. Should have taken the screenshot. Yeah, I do have to say the sprinting at least is made like much easier here. I mean, when I say much easier, it's much less painful right now. So when you basically when you were sprinting in the first Day of Defeat, if you just like depleted even half of your stamina, it was just like running. Running when it's, or like even walking very slowly too. But here it's like still a very manageable speed to say the least. Oh no, they captured it, didn't they? Oh yes, they did. He's dead. Ah! Killed himself with a grenade. Jesus! Jesus, man! I don't know if the voice chat's actually active here on the server, but yeah. Whoa, grenade. What are you doing? We had a bar. Where's no ammo with it? So it's very risky switching it right there. There's gonna be a guy right there. There is one. It could be Lieutenant Johnson, whatever his name was. What was it again? Or no, it was Rick Johnson. Lieutenant is... yeah, he's gone. So that's who disconnected. Yeah, try hitting me now. Oh, fine, you get that. What are you doing? Oh. He was just standing still, aiming his grenade towards the ground. Kind of. But he still fired like straight ahead. Oh, good shot. Also, proning isn't like too fast. What the hell happened to him? Man, what happened? What the hell? Bunny. Oh, he's a player. He's a very, very low ping player. Should be like low ping for the Americans here, right? Yeah, because I have 130 ping myself. And it's Meryl's Marauders, which is also a set of servers in the first day of defeat. Nice. Also a very poor thing with the Garand, like at the first day of defeat, you cannot reload it mid-clip. You have to kind of deplete it. I'm dominating Johnson. One last bullet. Make it a headshot. Damn it. Yeah, this is not a good way to aim with the Garand. It's just covering up the whole screen in general. There's many ways the Ramats can actually go for. And on top of that, you're pretty slow. And I barely got a kill with that, so I just aimed my crosshair right at him. Yep, and stuff like that will happen. Where the iron sight is just a very small goddamn nail pointing towards your enemy. You just have to like, is he there? I was gonna test. Yep, he's dead. Screw you. Area secure. Here I believe it's actually, let's see. Yeah, so here the clips don't actually get saved, or do they? I believe they do, still. I don't know. Because it kind of looks like when I just only shot a couple of rounds and then reloaded. It really did look like I was losing clips all the time. I was just throwing them to the ground. Good job, Blitzkrieg. You were a worthy opponent. Thanks for shooting him first before I was getting shot. With the old button, which was the default walking button for Half-Life 2, there's no actually, like, no action here in this game, at least, with it. Kind of a disappointment. Nice. I barely saw you in the corner of my freaking screen. Freaking. Oh well. I could probably try a different weapon if I can, but like I believe I either have to rejoin the server if I want to switch weapons, or I don't know, through the actual means of switching the weapons around or through the menu. Hello. Dominated, you little piece of poo. There's Marauders. There's really no profanity allowed. Oh, that's him. Aim better with your grenades next time. Oh. I said the grenades, not with your rifle. Oh yeah, so I don't have the, oh, that's a Springfield, thank you very much. So I don't have the rifle grenade, as I didn't choose that, but yeah. Would have been cool if I just had the Garand without using the Garand. Oh, come on, you're much faster than I am. The aim does wobble a bit as it did on the first game, but crouching helps that by a margin. God damn it, I'm a bad sniper. I did pretty good in the first DFTF when I did the Gold Source multiplayer special, but here don't know about that so much. I mean, I barely hit that freaking part of the world there, whatever that is, the debris.
Point secure.
Don't look at me like that. The funny thing is, if I can go to spectators, when the next time I die here, maybe not this time. Oh, come on. I'm on. I'm just so concentrated right now, I can't even speak. To be very quiet. Not dominated yet. Penelope just like noticed that. Oh shit, there's enemies there. There's enemies there for sure. Brrr. The positive match found for Blitzkrieg. What do you mean? You got banned? For what? Well, you joined Wehrmacht again, so it's fun. But sadly, DFTF only had the like, I don't know, the U.S. Army and the Wehrmacht as the playable teams. But it never featured like the rest of the countries in World War II. I believe that's a dead body. Yes, it is. Oh, Jesus. He's a bot, he just fired very accurately. But that's basically it. I'm probably gonna quit it there. But the thing I wanted to show was the spectator. When I spectate a bot, and I believe I can, yeah, do first person. They just basically roam around. They have like very good pathfinding, even some good aim towards the rest of the paths. But look at this. It's very hilarious always watching the bots play. It's like, ah, Jesus. Tin Soldier might be an actual player, but let's see. I respawned. Alright, I'm gonna go again. Hope me for the best. Oh God, Jesus, no, no. Damn, I didn't even get one kill. But yeah, what they basically do all the time is just like tap the fire trigger, even with the faster SMGs. Really tap the fire trigger, just to make their shots more and more accurate. But yeah, there we go. Oh, we almost got it. The U.S. Army almost got it. I was with them for a while until I went to a spectator. But yeah, let's see. I'll stream for like 1 hour and 13 minutes. I could just like keep a break here, Maybe even put the music back and everything like that, because I am going to start Half-Life 2 Episode 1 right now, and I'm gonna, let's see, announce that on everywhere, even Twitter, I guess, that I'm finally starting Episode 37.